know this is going to be a touchy subject, but we as a town are allowing individual houses to become schools with maybe a small amount of children and becoming tax-exempt properties off the books. And I really think the schools have to somehow incorporate into a large facility, tax-free, and put these individual properties back on the records that are taxable, because that's what they were there for.
Right.
I mean, we have a tremendous amount.
Right. I
And
mean,
this is happening to.
we have a lot of schools that are opening up, and they need a place. So the question is, are we going to be taking away places of, homes, or are we going to be taking away industrial park? Where are these schools going to go? Are they going to go to raw land? Are they going to go? I mean, I would like to see most schools opening up on empty land, which is really not taking away anything. It's right. That's really where they should be going. I mean, as far as schools opening up in people's houses, they really should not be opening up. Obviously, if there's any question of their legality or a question of safety or question of, if it's an improper house, then we have to address that issue.
Off the tax books.
Right. I mean, they're
so
going.
you can have a house where a street where every other house doesn't pay taxes.
Right. Right. And you're right. It should be incorporated into. It should be. And not only should the schools be incorporated. We should be making bigger schools, but we should be making school zones, which would also save us money on busing. Instead of having schools, dispersed throughout the entire town, we should be having areas where the schools are more clustered, so we don't have to pay too much in busing.
And in case you're interested, this is a very sensitive topic.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could explain to you the small things about wasteful spending is, for example, the zoning and the planning boards. Zoning and the planning boards right now, they're separate entities. We can combine the zoning and planning boards. We could save, quite a bit of money. That's going to, besides putting them together, saving on, saving on lawyers' fees and things like that. It's not that much money, but we're looking at, at least it's going to solve the problems with all the things that have been taken advantage of by builders. If we have the zoning and the planning together, there's not going to be any confusion. A lot of times people go to the zoning board because they have a friend on the zoning board that they know they can get a certain favor done. They'll go to the planning board when they have a favor that they want done on the planning board. So that's going to save us a little bit of money, but it's also going to save us as far as, ruining our town. Again, I explained to you a few of the things that we can do to save money in the small term, which is the COs. The COs is going to also save us a little bit of money because we're going to have less kids in public schools. Once we find all the waste and all the corruption that's going on in the town, it's not going to be that much money. We're going to have to start looking at the way we spend our money. We're going to have to look at the way how we're spending our money. We're going to have to sit down and say how much can we afford and spend it accordingly. Because there's tons of waste. I mean, we're spending over $1 million a year in overtime. We're buying, the cops are getting brand new cars every single year. We're spending tons of money. Public Works is out of control. Our municipal budget has gone up from $23 million to $43 million in 5 years. I mean, that's absolutely insane. We're spending tons of money on the Blue Claw Stadium, and people are telling us, well, we're contractually obligated to fix up the Blue Claw Stadium. We're spending millions of dollars a year, millions, not a few $100, not a few $100,000. What?
What do you attribute those expenses to? Why?
What? Why we're spending on the Blue Claws?
No, on all these expenditures you just mentioned. Why are we doing that?
Because we have a lot of people who are owed favors. I'll give you another example. We have, in 2008, we spent $350,000 on lawyer fees. But in 2009, when Bob Singer got into office, he allocated $750,000 in lawyer fees. Somebody said to me, well, that's because we had tax appeals. But it's not true, because the tax appeal lawyers were a different amount. It had nothing to do with this. This was just, money that was going to Bathgate. And the police department also were paying a lot of money, and that's a lot of that is just because people are owed certain favors, and it's just that's what's been going on. Bob. I mean, that's my belief is that Bob's been in office for such a long time that he can't say no to certain people for certain things, and that's what's the Public Works Department, $26 million we spent on our Public Works. Why did we pay $26 million for a Public Works Department? Why did we waste $23 million of UEZ money on a baseball stadium that's netting us $25,000 a year? It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, there were favors that needed to be done. I mean, we all know how government really works. I mean, I use an example like our new garbage cans that we got, our wonderful, beautiful yellow recycling cans. I asked a few people, like, what did you think when you got these when these yellow cans got delivered to you? What were you thinking? And a few people said to me, which is my sentiments exactly, was, what's the scam? There's got to be a scam. So I could picture, I mean, I'm not saying this is what happened for sure, but I could picture a guy walking in and someone saying to him, oh, I got these yellow garbage cans, I can't do anything with them. I can give them to you for $10 each, and you could charge the township $75 each. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened for sure, but it's that's what people are thinking. And the reason people are thinking that is because that's business as usual in this town. And there's so much of that waste that's going on. You know, again, even if we end up saving $10 million on that waste, it's really not going to relate to that much money in your pocket.
So in terms of costs, you are right that there are costs for us in the township, but are there not benefits as well?
As far
From having that relationship?
from having what relationship? Or doing favors for people?
Person into the right place?
Well, how does that help you by having someone who has to do favors for people?
You're happy with